Good evening. And how forgetful are we as human beings, folks? Folks, I'm sharing this video with a very sensitive feeling to life. I'm no and not here to shake you, wake you, teach you, preach you, or educate you. I'm here to share you something that throbbing within me, which is life. And its mortality is reminding me to invest my time and my life energies and my emotions in what matters to me as a human being. What matters to me as a human being is to cherish and fully respect every life that exists here on earth. Having said all of that, do we know where we are at in 2020, now in November? Do we know how we are coping with life on earth for the last 11 months almost? I'm no affiliation or connection or bias to media, politics, religion, or any one group of following or anyone. I repeat, I'm not affiliated, connected, or associated with any group, any political affiliation, any religious bias, any organization that go on about politicizing, philosophizing, and exaggerating about realities of life. I'm here to share what everybody is suffering from, and that is the realities on this earth that we all share. Saying all of this may somewhat remind every one of us the individual values that we can add to the society and to each other and for everybody. The politics, the media, the academia is meant to enhance and improve our lives and our health and our well-being. For the last 3 days, since 3rd of November, for some reason, the media, the academia, the gurus, the pundits who've been speaking about the pandemic, but totally forgot every news media, every news outlet was solely speaking about an election that was hanging by thread, an election that was meant to be an election of the century, election that was meant to enhance and bring about change, bring about well-being, and bring about consciousness, responsibility, or conscious responsibility. Yet, after 4 days, whilst the virus and the pandemic on the land of the promise was dancing across, the infection rates were touching 110,000 for consecutive days. No media outlet, or was it? No media outlet or anybody was speaking about the infections that were spreading across. And suddenly, a democratic process has taken place. Suddenly, a result has been announced. Suddenly, everybody who was conscious about the virus, who was conscious about the social distancing, who was conscious about face masks, suddenly forgot simply because of celebrations. Of course, celebrations of joy, celebrations of freedom, celebration of democratic process, celebration of democratic practices, so practicing the democratic right. Yet, have you been sensitive to the realities on the ground? Whilst you were celebrating, are you aware of the individual consequences and the multiple effects whilst everybody forgot to keep their distance and stay safe from one another and keeping the virus at bay? Whilst everybody enjoyed the fireworks and the celebrations, it was a great joy to see the temporary celebrations may come to haunt us, may come to affect thousands, if not millions, for not being considerate. We are at crossroads with this very pandemic. We are at a crossroad with an incredible challenge ahead of us, an overwhelming challenge facing humanity. Every situation we face is a possibility. Every challenge we face is a possibility for us to harvest well-being and health and human consciousness. Yet, most of the time, our compulsive behaviors take over our realities. If for some reason we forget to remind ourselves of the true realities that is affecting so many lives. The politics, religion, and fanciful ideas of materialistic life that we have created around us with our compulsions are frills of our lives. They're not realities. They can only be fulfilled if you, me, and everyone else is healthy, and if they're fed, and if their stomach is fed, filled, and if their health is cared for. Only when your stomach is full, your emotions will rise to being pleasant. Every other time, when your stomach is empty, you're faced by ultimate challenge of the physical balance and the mental balance. So, my dear human beings who are as sensitive as I am to life, why don't we become a living reality a living possibility, an overwhelming sense of humanity to open up. Humanity to open up in every one of us. It is entirely in our hands that we open up our humanity, or have we become responsible enough to exercise our humanity and be responsible and harvest well-being and human consciousness and human well-being? Or are we going to lock our humanity away and suffer the realities we face every second of our lives? The choice is entirely in our hands. It's a simple thing to ask from everybody. A step inward with a conscious and a genuine and a meaningful, sincere step inward to make sure that we are responsible and holy, embracing beings on this planet. By walking, by stepping forward together, I'm sure we can face any challenge that is ahead of us. We can heal ourselves, we can rise, we can be an incredible phenomena on this planet. As incredible beings we are, and evolved beings we are, there's nothing that we as human beings could not achieve on this planet. It is proven time and over that by collective consciousness, collective individual responsibility, we can overcome any challenge that we face, and that we become a realization that we invest our time in life that we are, and in turn a well-being and health for all, well-being and protection and recognition of each and every one. Thank you. I'm not here as your enemy. I'm here as a living, throbbing, and sensitive life that feel the sense of need to do something in this brief time here on earth. If not in my lifetime, at least in our children's lifetime or their children's lifetime, we should do what we can do today. It's okay if you don't do what you can't do, but if you don't do what you can do, we are a disaster, not for oneself, but as a humanity, as a human being on this earth, is a disaster for the humanity and the planet that we share. Thank you, and I hope and wish you all well, and most importantly,